everyone, and welcome to the annual performance of the St. Genevieve Municipal Band prior to the 4th of July fireworks. We would like to thank everyone for coming out this evening, and a special thank you for the weather moving through so that we could get our evening in. Our first song tonight is one that was written with no words, but has a clear and innovative march to it. In 1942, a version was written to the theme incorporating lyrics, but this version was never called the same. In this piece, the music alludes to a patrol in the far distance. As the patrol gets closer, the music gets louder. And once the patrol passes, the music gradually passes and the music diminishes. This same piece introduces another popular tune called The Red, White, and Blue. This piece was written by F.W. Meacham, who was born in 1850 and died in 1895. He often worked as an arranger rather than a composer. Let us now listen as the patrol comes and goes in F.W. Meacham's American Patrol. As you see, the theme for the evening is going to carry a patriotic melodies. Our next song is one that may be familiar to anyone who has been in a branch of the military. We're going to echo something that the chamber had you guys do. If you are a member of one of our branches of military, past or present, or if you're a family member of someone who's serving overseas now or aren't with us this evening, we ask you to stand up at a certain point during this next song. This piece is called Armed Forces Salute by Bob Loudon. Within this song, you will hear the Caisson song, which was written during World War II. It carries a high, high he, which the meaning is yet to be determined, but they left it in there because it says it all rhymed. The Semper Paratus was a theme song for the United States Coast Guard, and it was composed in 1927. It further went on and received a lot of airtime as it became a fundraiser to support the wars. The Marine Hymn is a tribute to Marine warriors. These are Marines who fight for the rights and freedoms to keep our honor clean, along with all the other branches of our military. These Marines fight in the air, on land, and at sea. The U.S. Air Force came to be in 1938. Their song was selected by the Air Army Corps Wives from 757 magazine entries that were received. They voted on one. Anchors Away was written in 1906 and rewritten in 1926. It has a snappy tune with what the words imply yet to be determined. Some experts think it's a ballad for football players who like sailboats. For the honor of our military here tonight and those serving our country, and for your enjoyment, we present now the Armed Forces Salute. Okay, when you hear your song for your branch of the military, that's when Mr. Now asks that you stand up. song for the evening is going to require you guys to stop and think a little bit. Can you think of a time of each year that you've always held dear? That where you find no trouble to be annoying, each one you find enjoying. You take time to swim in a pool. And kids, I guess technically you're kind of playing hooky from school. You play Ring Around the Rosie with people named Jim, Kate, or Josie. The days are full of pleasure, and they're all things that we fondly treasure. Ron Shields wrote this next song for us about a time we all have memories of the past, current times now, and what the future holds. We ask as you listen to this piece to sit back and think about how your summer's going and what lies ahead for your summer. Sit back, relax, and listen to our next song, In the Good Old Summertime. Our next piece is a piece by Henry Fillmore, who was a true American bandmaster and composer. He has many marches, gallops, instrumental novelties, and incidental music that accompanies many circus presentations. Included in his song tonight, Americans We, is a sentimental song that has traveled the seas, entitled Believe Me, If All Those Endearing Young Charms, which has become a part of American music heritage. Americans We. Fillmore had problems deciding on a title for this march. His band was giving a series of concerts at the local zoo, so he would introduce the new work as the Cincinnati Zoo one day and as the Pure Food and Health the next. Finally, realizing that this was probably his finest march, he published it in 1929 as Americans We and dedicated it to all of us. Vivacious, solid, and appealing, this march has the qualities that characterized Fillmore's long life as an irresistible public performer. Had he never given it a title, it would have been called the St. Genevieve Municipal Band Performance 2005. However, since he did, the performance is now Americans We by the band. celebrate July 4th than by hearing the songs we have come to know and love. Many of these songs bring a tear to the eye or goosebumps to the arms and legs. A special treat on this July 4th is not only to hear this music of these songs, but to hear their special words supporting this fabulous country in which we live. Tonight we have a singer for us tonight. Her name is Alicia Brott. She is 18 years old and has been a member of the Muni Band for 2 seasons. She moved to St. Genevieve in the summer of 2003 and joined the St. Genevieve High School Concert Choir. Alicia has been singing for 8.5 years. During her time in the choir, Alicia went to the Music All-District competition for 2 years in a row. Both years, she received 1 ratings. These were the highest markings for a soloist or ensemble in the district competition. Alicia then went on to all-state competition in Columbia, Missouri, where she received the rating of 2 both times she competed. Some of the songs you will hear Alicia sing and the band play are America the Beautiful by Catherine Bates, who is inspired, and who wouldn't be, by a visit to Pikes Peak in 1893. Another tune you'll hear and recognize is Your Grand Old Flag. This song summarizes what our American flag is: a symbol of our land we love, a land of the free, a symbol of pride and loyalty to this country. Another tune you'll hear is the Battle Hymn of the Republic by Julia Ward Howe. Please enjoy the band's performance of Sing for America, accompanied by vocalist Alicia Brott. another round of applause for Alicia. That was great. Our next song is one that was arranged by Bob Loudon, who was born in the year 1920. He served with the U.S. Army Band in World War II. This next song you will hear includes When Johnny Comes Marching Home, Bury Me Not on the Lone Prairie, Turkey in the Straw, Shenandoah, and Camptown Races. Camptown Races is a tune that was written about the theme of plantation life, along with other familiar sing-along songs. The person that actually wrote Camptown Races was Mr. Stephen Foster, and if he was still with us today, we would wish him a happy 181st birthday today. Turkey in the Straw is a U.S. folk song from the early 19th century. It was a popular dance tune, and it has been heard in movies such as Back to the Future Part 3, which was set in 1885. Our next song, performed by the St. Genevieve Muni Band, is American Folk Song Suite. next song was written by John Philip Sousa, who was born in 1854, and 6 short years later his interest in music became evident, and it carried on throughout his life. In 1880, he became the leader of the U.S. Marine Band, which was short-lived when he was convinced to resign and organize a civilian concert band. It was in 1896 that he was inspired to write Stars and Stripes Forever on a journey home from Europe. Stars and Stripes Forever is the most popular march ever written. It is famous not alone in the United States, but throughout the world. The march has become the official march of the United States of America and was played at almost every concert conducted by Sousa for over 25 years. This was the last tune he ever conducted prior to his death in 1932 at the age of 77. Please continue to sit back and relax and enjoy the performance by the Muni Band of Stars and Stripes Forever.